Hello friends, welcome back to another vlog. This one is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a voiceover for the Korea part 1 vlog. I hope you enjoy this vlog. I just wanted to do a little bit of a different style so that I can focus on just recording and living more in the moment while I was on my trip, and I figured I can talk through everything with you guys once I edit. So this is day 1 on our arrival day. We arrived on a Thursday and it was pretty rainy. I feel like we brought the monsoon and typhoon weather from Vietnam over to Korea. But the first thing that we did was had lunch. Everything, like all of the restaurants that we went to, all of the outfits that I'm wearing will be down in the description. But as you saw, we had a bunch of spicy food and it was the perfect way to start our Korea trip. And I have to say, October and the fall time is probably the best time to visit Asia. The foliage starts to turn colors and it is just beautiful. We had some time to kill, so we decided to go to a local nail shop and get our nails done. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that I stick to pretty much neutral and classic styles, but I figured while we're in Korea, we need to do some cute Asian nail art, so I got some brown tones to go with fall. Afterwards, we went to a little cafe before going to my grandma and aunt's house for dinner. So the main reason why we came to Korea in the first place was obviously to see family. So this was our dinner. The first night we had sashimi and homemade soup and pickles that my aunt made. And there's that big beer that my grandma was drinking that I thought was funny. And a cute little dog that they have. That was pretty much the first day, and then the next day was Friday. There's a cute little Metro card that we load up with money, and then you use it in the subway system. You could even use it to pay for things at 7-Elevens and other convenience stores. But here we are. I'm actually on my way to meet Sharon. So she was staying over in the Hongdae area of Seoul, which is basically like an arts district. And a lot of young people go there. There's lots of bars and places to eat, and it's just a really, really popular place to go visit.
Guys, guess who I found roaming the streets of South Korea? In Seoul! Just kidding. I knew that. Actually, part of why I was down to come on this trip with my parents was because Sharon was going to be here, but we were supposed to like overlap way more, but then we literally only overlapped for like a day and a half, I think. But yeah, just wanted to include her in the vlog.
So after I said bye to Sharon, I met back up with my parents and we did a little bit of shopping. I love the fall fashion in Korea, like lots of sweaters. So I got a couple things, including that blue sweater that I threw over my dress. As always, everything will be linked down in the description box if you want to shop any of these outfits for fall, or if you're going on a trip soon and you want some outfits to wear. I have been loving wearing these dresses lately. It's so pretty but easy. Then we just had dinner with my family, and then the next day was Saturday. And since it was the weekend, more of our family members were available to hang out with us, so we decided to go on a little lunchy road trip to a place that my grandma really wanted to go to. So here we are on the road. There's my aunt and cousin and grandma, dad, mom, and myself. This is us leaving the Seoul area. And then this is still technically, I think, in Seoul, but kind of on the outskirts of where they live. So it's called Sansarang, which translates to mountain love or love of the mountain. But it's this really cute restaurant, and they also grow a lot of vegetables, so you can buy it, kind of like a farmer's market and a garden and restaurant all in one. But they basically have one set menu, and you eat what they give you. So every, I think, group of 3 people got this set. So the whole table is filled with all these different panchans or side dishes, and it's all seasonal. So a lot of those vegetables that you saw out there, like the eggplant, green tomatoes, radishes, those are what these side dishes are made out of. So these are a bunch of different dishes. This one is keranjim, or like an egg souffle. This is like braised tofu, which was so yummy. It was so hot. This is rice in like a stone pot. You take out the rice and eat that during your meal, and while you're eating, you pour a little bit of water into the bowl and then cover it, and this makes nudumbap. Nurungji is like kind of like in Persian cooking, the tadig, the crispy rice. You just kind of soak that in water and you make like a porridge at the end of your meal, and it's so good. After lunch, we had a little bit of this makgeolli, or like a kind of like a rice wine, but it's different from soju. It's more creamy and a little bit bubbly, like beer. After we had a little bit of that, took some pictures, we walked up to this upper, almost like garden area. It was so nice. It was so cool because of the trees and the shade. Here I am showing you guys hydrangeas. I was just really surprised that there was hydrangeas over in Korea, but there was still a little bit of pink left in them before they turn brown, obviously, since it's fall. So I wanted to show you guys how big they were and how some of them still had that really pretty color. So here I am just observing some of the hydrangeas, pointing out some of the pink left over and showing you guys, but you can just imagine how beautiful they were during spring and summer. So after we looked around the garden for a bit, here's my family helping my grandma go back into the car. And in true Korean fashion, you have to go to a cafe. So in Korea, cafe culture is huge. I feel like after every lunch or every meal that we've gone to, we have gone to a cafe and ordered another drink and a dessert. So that's kind of a fun little thing to do here. But for dinner, we ate this dish called aguchim, which is basically like a stir-fried fish dish with a lot of bean sprouts. It's spicy, a little bit sweet, and since the fish is cooked along with the bone, it's so flavorful. And at the end of the meal, they take a couple spoonfuls of the sauce and they make 볶음밥 with it, or fried rice with a little bit of kimchi. It's so delicious. Then our next day, Sunday, it was basically a girls' day with me and my cousin. So this is me meeting them over at a sushi restaurant. I really wanted to eat this dish called 간장새우, which is like a soy sauce marinated shrimp. Right now, the soy sauce marinated crab, or gaejang, is really popular on like TikTok and Instagram, and this is the shrimp version, but I love that you can put it on top of like a nigiri style for sushi. After lunch, we went to a little photo booth kiosk, which is a must when you're in Korea. There's so many of these little places, so you literally just need to walk into one that you think is cute, but they have so many different backgrounds and cute little accessories for you to wear, and they actually give you a lot of time and a lot of different options. So I feel like we took so many different photos, but here's a little video that you could also download at the end of your little session. They give you a QR code that you can download. But obviously you could print out the photos too, which is what we did, so you can keep them for a souvenir. But this is one of my favorite things to do. I did this last year with my cousin as well, so I feel like our little tradition now is to go eat 간장새우 and then go to these little photo booths and then go to the Han River, which I will show you guys in a second. But once you're done taking all of your photos and downloading everything, you can print them out obviously. So you just pick all of your photos that you want, and then we printed it out with a cute frame. But I love doing this, it's so cute. There's kind of like a wall mural of other people's. And then after the photo booth, we went to this really pretty cafe. It had the best garden vibes. I just love when places mix nature and modern architecture. So when you walk inside, you'll see it's very sleek, lots of black, and they use stone everywhere. But I love that there's just so much trees and greenery everywhere. But those are our desserts. This was like a strawberry souffle cake and it was delicious. But we made our way over more to the inner part of Hongdae, which was where I was with Sharon yesterday. So there's a lot of people that do busking, kind of like in New York, where there's just a lot of people wanting to be discovered or just passionate about performing. So obviously in Korea, there's like so much K-pop, so you'll see a lot of people busking around Hongdae and the Han River, which you'll see in a second. But this is us just shopping around Hongdae. Kind of reminds me of Shibuya or Harajuku in Japan, but there's us eating a tanghulu, or it's like a Chinese snack around the New Year time, but it's very popular. It's just fruit on a skewer and covered in a simple syrup mix, so it becomes kind of crunchy. It's really good. This is us shopping some more. This is a really cool jewelry store that my cousins like. I was telling them it feels like a library of jewelry, but literally there's aisles and aisles and aisles of accessories. So I just picked up some hair scrunchies and clips. I'm showing you guys my loot. I got some sweaters and things, so maybe I'll do a haul for you guys and show you. But since it was getting late, it was time to make our way over to the Han River. I thought it was so funny. There's a non-smoking sign, and then across the street there's their own smoking area. It's kind of contradictory, but kind of funny. We made our way through the financial district and in this Hyundai building, which is famous for blending nature with modern architecture. So it's super nice. And then of course, here's the Han River. It's one of the classic things that you have to do if you come to Seoul. You get some ramen, cook it in these little kiosks, which is so convenient, get some fried chicken, and then enjoy a picnic out by the river. We came at a really good day. There was this random fireworks show, so I feel like so lucky. All the details are down in the description box and on the blog. But other than that, I hope you look out for Korea Part 2, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!